Good afternoon, guys. My name is Luke. Welcome to Routh Farms. Today is Wednesday. It's January 1st. Happy New Year's. I hope you, your family, and everybody you know has had a wonderful Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Today is the first day of 2025, and for today's video, I'm going to do something I've never done before. I'm going to do a recap of basically the entire 2024 year for Routh Farms. Pretty much every single clip in this video you will probably have seen before if you've been following along very long. But this is just a recap of everything we've done from January 1st, 2024 through our last video, which was last week. Thank y'all, and we'll see y'all after the video. Off to a great start. She's on the trailer. That was a job. These back axles are locked up tight. I don't know if it's brakes or what. We'll have to figure it out. But she's on the trailer. Coleman's putting the last chain on her. Timber! Turn trees and the beautiful lumber for our beautiful, ugly cow trailer. Cow poop! Wow, look how clean the floor is under there. So what we're doing now, we're working on getting our boards in place, drilling holes, installing our screws. Looky there, first lambs of 2024. They are pretty. Look at that coloring. Hello, little ones. Yeah. We made it. We're here at the NC State Fairgrounds here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Southern Farm Show. We'll put just a little bit around the rim of this injection pump. Phil had it all nice and good, clean and good looking. I want to sit here and ruin it with this gas. That's probably enough. Saturday, February 10th. Coleman and I are out here on a new farm we picked up this past fall. Hopefully we can get it cleaned up, at least within a year or two, and have some good hay off of it. Real cheap ground. Obviously it's gonna need some work. This stuff was growed up. I mean, you can see these briars here. The whole place is kind of growed up like that. Right out of the ground, off from a flip of a button. There should be no chance of fire spreading or anything. If we do, my skid steer's here and Coleman's pulling in with his now. Let's see if this junk's gonna burn. Just taking the skid steer and like scooting the bucket on the ground, trying to put the fire out. It was in this moment that I knew that I had ducked big time. Running back to the skid steer, you can tell the ground all the way around the skid steer is on fire, which was very scary. Thankfully, it cranked up just enough that I could pack it kind of out of the fire. Fire got away from me and somehow got my filter. Cut the machine off. Somehow it sucked it up in there and it didn't even get in it didn't get into the machine. As y'all can see, it's on fire there. Throw it here in the bucket. Holy crap. God, I thought I was about to lose my skid steer, y'all. Burnt my fingers. But as you can see, we got this big old pile burn up and this pile burn up. This is where the skid steer about caught on fire. We've got the fence line here cleared out now, so I'm gonna go through there and bush hog all of it. And then we got several other big old briar patches back here we got burned. We're headed to the hay ground that we've been reclaiming in the last few videos. I'm in the John Deere 4250 here. We got our 10-foot John Deere 750 grain drill behind us. I've got it loaded with fescue and some oats. This is our seed. As y'all can tell, it's pretty much a mix of oats and fescue. I'll hop out here in a few minutes, check, make sure our depth looks good and everything looks like it's still working good. When I go here in the cab, we look good. You know, I come up here and you can really tell the oats, these bigger stemmed, that is our oats, and you can also see the grass, fescue grass starting to come up there beside the oats. It's still very small. If it shows up on camera, you know, it's really starting to green up here. I'm really tickled so far with our stand. Had some people talk us into buying a truck. Local guy had this truck, very reasonable. It was an old utility line truck. It's a 1987 F8000 Ford. Literally a little bit, right? On steer. Got a new truck ready. Got white oak boards ran down the sides. Got all the old air tanks and stuff that didn't need to be on it out. We're ready to go. He tried to get over that way a little bit. I don't know how it did over here, but it done great over on the other side. Oh, I guess it got y'all. I ain't got but probably maybe a half a load. I'm gonna try that first. Make sure we don't break a belt chain or something stupid before I go to really going at it. Well guys, we're spreading the litter. Old truck's going pretty good. Spreader truck has let me down. Chain broke on me. Fully loaded. I'm working on getting it cleaned out now. I've been going at it probably an hour now. And I am give slam up. Y'all can tell back here, this back end is pushed way up from this chain wadding up. So I hope I didn't tore up anything. I guess we'll find out if I am ever able to get this daggone chain out. I have to get a chain made. My chain broke and tore it all to pieces. And then one of my spinner motors on the back got cracked during the carnage. So waiting on that stuff. So I'm expecting a couple of weeks downtime before I get the part. So my neighbor was nice enough to let me borrow his truck. So see if we can get this thing get a little bit done today before this rain gets here. And maybe it'll make some of this stink die down, because I wish y'all could smell it, because it's some raunchy stuff. It ought to make some corn grow. So I really believe that chicken litter can add a lot to your soil that just a commercial fertilizer is not able to do. It adds, you know, different layers of micronutrients. You got your macronutrients. It's adding, you know, organic matter to the soil. You know, all of which we need here in North Carolina. This soil here is really poor. I stopped in the wet spot. That's all she wanted, but we got her out. I did not realize it was that wet. Like I said, I've been over a couple times there, and I just went down. I am loaded now, so. Does a good job. Pop all the in here. Dad. He does the cattle side of the farm. Yeah, she got slick. catch pin. I'm gonna build new all the way around, try to re-engineer it. It's a little bit better, it works a little better, and a little less chance of us getting hurt. So this is what we're doing here. We're driving our posts, putting our 1.5 by 6s. Anyway, this white oak lumber we cut here on the farm, putting it on here, and then we're putting a cattle panel over top of it. So
what'd you say?
No chance of cows getting out. This is our nearly finished product. As y'all can tell, we still got to put our gate in here and up there in the corner. We're here at the Low Place farm. Our cover crops is growing pretty well, about knee high. A little bit of this was oats. For the most part though, it's wheat and a little bit of cereal rye mixed in. A little bit of other junk coming in there as well, but we're gonna kill it today. Make some good hay, but want to make our corn ground do better. Today, that's right, we got the corn planter hooked up. Got to go through everything. I know I got a gauge wheel that needs a new bearing in it. Get it changed out. We got to clean it out. I've got to go through here, check everything out. I planted with this planter last spring, planted my 25 acres with it last year. Well, y'all, we got all 6 hoppers full. Minus the few that I split on the ground. Was the bag got me. Yeah, coming at these, so I'm gonna go see if I can get some C+ graphite type stuff. If not, we got regular graphite we'll just run. I'm gonna see if I can get that here locally. If not, it is what it is. Try next year. Right there she is. It looks like about 1 inch right there, so we definitely need to get it deeper. I got all these little fields here around the house planted. Next thing, probably tomorrow morning, we're gonna go to the Smith farm, get going on it. About 15 acres there, give or take. So that'll take a little while, but I think we got everything set up, ready to go. So this year, we're gonna have somewhere around 40 acres of field corn. About 25 acres of double crop soybeans and wheat, and then we're gonna have about 8 acres of full season beans. I lost a lid for one of my planter boxes out here somewhere, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it out and see if I can find it. I ain't planted that much, so it's gotta be out here somewhere. Found it on that last row we done. Well, coming and bought him a truck. First load. '97 F350 with flatbed. First diesel. Got the 7.3 power stroke. We're ready to go. Like I say, as y'all can tell up through here, y'all can see my rows, they're not straight. We don't have auto steer, but you know, for the most part, it looks like the corn has came up and is doing as well as it can for the lack of moisture we have at the moment. But I think for the most part, most of the kernels have came up. So we just need some moisture, and then this cover will help hold the moisture in. Well guys, if farming was easy, everybody would do it right. We're getting some spots on some leaves here, if that picked up on camera. I believe we've got a fungus moving in. All of our heads is coming out. Must be the seed got mixed in. It's all supposed to be bearded like this. It has these little stalks, stems on top. It's really pretty out here. rubbing the belly of the wheel mower there. Behind me, we got a new trailer. Well, new to us. This trailer here, I can hook it behind the dump truck, and we'll be able to pull this with the dump truck. So like we want to haul chicken litter, whatnot, I can hook this behind it. Or if we want to take the sides off the dump truck, we can hook it to it and haul hay or straw on both of them. Put a new seat in here. We got us a new radio in here. Put an aftermarket radio. I'm not gonna play it so I don't get copyrighted. Got a John Deere monitor. Ooh, and looky there. John Deere Auto Track 300. That's right, guys. We have auto steer in the John Deere 4250. The tractor is steering itself. This makes YouTubing much easier. Got the 4250 hooked up to the new to me John Deere 926 MOKKA. And Coleman's got the 806 hooked up to a bush hog CHM 800. That's what it is. About a quarter of a mile from the house. This is the field we just picked up here this year. It's about a 35-acre field. Don't feel back through there. Everything I've got burnt down. Well, you guys, this is some of the thickest hay I think we've ever had. This farm here, we mow, tether, rake, and bale the hay for the guy, and we split the hay. He takes what he needs, and then we take the rest. He does all the fertilizing. We just cut it and bale it. We're in the field. We're trying out our new rake. We're not real sure how we feel about it yet. It works good sometimes, and then sometimes he ran the wheels off of it, literally. Sure, I don't know what happened. That's supposed to go right there. That means my bell will be level. And up here, I'm just straddling the windrow. There's some big old windrows. This is my dad on the loader here. It's his first time using a hay spear, so. Come on in a little more. Look at this corn. Ain't that beautiful? That is awesome. This, as of right now, this is the best looking corn I got. It's only about an acre and a half patch here, and the deer demolished it last year. But you talking about a beautiful corn crop right now. Holy cow. Here's Jack and I. We're just riding the long road now. In the 4250 John Deere, we've got a Kinsey 3000 behind us. This is a 611 inner split row planter. So we're putting rows of soybeans every 15 inches. Planting, we're going through some very heavy ryegrass. It's not really a cover crop. It wasn't intended for a cover crop. It's a farm I picked up this year. It's about a 35-acre farm. It is now Wednesday, May 29th. You know, I would love to have these things planted a month ago, but we're in the middle of May now, and our forecast shows rain. This is the first, basically, full week we've had with no rain all since the beginning of April. I'm not sure if you guys can see him in there, but Coleman is laying on the floor right there in the cab. Riley is driving. My grandpa is riding shotgun. Cutting some soft red winter wheat here in North Carolina. It looks like, from what I can tell, it looks like they're coming up pretty good. Like the spacing is decent for the most part. But looks like the whole field's coming up. It's that time. Time to top dress our corn. That is an awesome machine right there. This is some of our earliest planted corn. This is a Pioneer 1464, and it is getting tall. It's a tassel.
Yeah, there's a tassel coming out.
See how this yield monitor, see how accurate or inaccurate it is. Right now it is showing us at about 60 bushels to the acre. Now, 96, 97, 99. Well, we're 10 minutes into picking up after lunch, and something on Coleman's skid steer here that's going to leaking back here. Best of my ability knowledge, there's somewhere around 1,150 bells in here right now. With this CID 10 bell accumulator grapple, we can stack 4 rows of 10, 8 high, so we can get 240 bales high. Who else has a dog that's this excited to ride the combine? You ready to go, Jack? You ready? Let's go. Getting our first load here for the day. The hottest dry spell since I've been farming. Our corn's just not looking good, y'all. Our last corn we got, our last rain we got was June 6th. That's what, 15 days ago? And that was only 3/10. It's just, our corn is just drying up, y'all. We're here with the John Deere 4250 and our 10-foot John Deere 750 drain drill. As y'all can see behind me, we are out here. This was a wheat field. We are planting it in some double crop soybeans. Checking to see if it's pollinated. Kind of concerned with our pollination. But so if you look at the silks here, see how some of these silks are like a brown color and then some of them are a purple color. Well, these purple colored ones have not been pollinated. So if you look on here, this one here was one that was really purple. This one here had a little purple in it, but it was mostly brown. All right, so if you look here on this cob, especially up here towards the top, if the silk does not fall off the kernel, then that means it is not pollinated. So like, it shows up, those down in there are small, those are not pollinated. Those will not germinate a seed, and those will not make. So this one here has a lot that are not germinated. We do have some corn pollinated, so if we can get some rain, we can still have a hay corn crop. I'm just not sure how much to expect. It's gonna be a lot lower than last year. I can almost guarantee that, but the corn is pretty, it's tall. It's probably 10, 12 foot tall out there in the middle. But, I don't know what to expect. Here to Smith Farm, this corn, y'all, is way tall. It's probably 10, 12 foot tall here. And this particular field here, it looks like they're getting pollinated pretty well. You can tell there's not much purple, if any purple in there. So that one's pretty pollinated, but what's got me worried is y'all can kind of already tell up here, we're already starting to burn these upper leaves. That's not a good thing. So from this angle, this side of the field, this cornfield looks pretty good, right? Really tall, really green. Looks good. Let's go out in it. It just has not had the rain we need. These are cobs. Some of them don't look too bad. This one had a cob, but it's aborted it. You know what I'm saying? This could have been a phenomenal corn patch. Look how tall this stuff is. I guarantee it's at least 10 foot tall. But you know, we've just got cobs like this that they haven't filled out. Don't know if they're gonna fill out. They haven't had enough water. You get to a row like this, I don't see a single cob on here that's probably gonna make an ear. It's quite sickening. We're getting some lightning back in here. I can start to hear the thunder rolling a little bit. I really hope we're gonna get some rain out of this. And no hail, please no hail. That would be detrimental. Y'all don't know how happy this makes me. Boy, it is coming down. Right there at the top of my finger is 3/4 of an inch. So we got about 7/10 of an inch out of that rain. That'll help a lot. Both ends on each side of the field and the back there, they look like crap. I'll be honest with you. I did come back in here probably 2 weeks ago now, and I re-drilled them. I re-drilled the soybeans. You can see some coming up here fresh now, but I'm not sure what happened. I don't know, but overall, this portion of the field looks pretty good. If y'all see back there, and then all here around the edges, and you can't see it from here, but the back side of this field, I switched from a Norfolk King 5.4 maturity group. It's an Extend Flex soybean. I switched from that to a 5.6 maturity NK soybean. And I don't know what happened, if the seed just weren't good, if the seed didn't like the pre-emergent herbicide I had put down before we planted, or what. I really don't know, but the 5.6 maturity group did not come up good at all. First planted double crop soybean, these actually look pretty good. You know, they're about shin high on me right now. These are a little over a month old. We're not starting to bloom or anything yet. Just gonna pick a random place here and pick an ear. Boy, they look terrible. Just pick an ear. Just not good. Plants themselves don't look that terrible, but this is what we're gonna be harvesting. Today, we are not in North Carolina anymore. We are in West Tennessee, particularly Humboldt, Tennessee. We are at Griggs Farms, LLC.
We can always blame it on Luke.
Andy, appreciate it. Appreciate you showing me how to drive that sprayer yesterday. Appreciate y'all letting us hang out.
Hey,
get something done this week.
Hey, if you get tired of farming in North Carolina, come on over to West Tennessee. We'll have a place for you here.
Push our start button, push our start button, and it'll start wrapping itself. Here in North Carolina, really a lot of the Southeast in general, we experienced a really bad drought. Alright guys, so I want to show you the potential this farm could have had if we had not had the drought. Y'all can see how tall these corn stalks are, way over my head. And in this particular portion of the field, I mean, they're small in diameter. I can wrap my hand around them easy, but you know, they're actually pretty decent looking cobs. Had we had that weather to really get them going, I think we could have had a good yield. 7 and 8. I mean, this whole basically bottom of this field here completely died out. The drought was so bad that it just completely killed it. I mean, right here we're 2 bushel, 4 bushel. It's bad. Put y'all here in the cab with me because this is the best corn we're going to see for a little while. My last trip I was averaging about 200. A good portion of the way down, and the screen stayed right around that 200 mark. I'm very typical with anything over 100 at this point this year. But you watch, just getting ready to get up here. For dry land, poor corn on a drought year, I can't say, I mean, I can't ask for much more than that, y'all. I don't know that that's 100% accurate, but boy, ain't that some awesome yields right there. Goodness gracious alive. Ooh, boy. Look, plumb pretty. Hopefully we won't have to worry about any blowouts on the front anytime soon. Well, we're full. About to have some side corn. These John Deeres here don't get cap corn, they get side corn. It comes over the sides. Pretty ugly. But we're getting it off the field, and that's what I'm worried about. Walk out here, I mean, this ain't a good part of the field, but that's a pretty daggum good looking here. And I mean, we're getting a little bit of weeds here down the center, but not much. Considering this hasn't had any herbicide and the corn was this short. You get into spots like this, it's what kills you. I mean, you know, there's an ear there, it just ain't great. We made it to the bean field, and we are clicking on along, and that number is pretty close to right. By far, the best beans I've ever raised. Jack's having fun out here. He loves this. Everything out of here except for this cardboard. It's not gonna hurt anything. Do round 1 testing and see what, hopefully nothing pops or bangs or does anything stupid. Hold on, we got leaks. All right, it'll fill our little chute up. And then all we do is just open this little gate. So handy, so nice. All right, y'all. All right, we're going back and forth now. Got that old 750, putting her in the ground, putting her seed somewhere around that inch deep. We've got moisture down there, and we've got moisture coming this weekend. Today, we're turning round bales of hay into square bales of hay using a hay unroller in our New Holland hay liner 268. Someone and I are here in my shop tonight, and if you guys can tell behind me, there's a new toy here on the farm, a new project, if you will. We looked it over. Really think it's probably a little more of a project than we can be able to handle, but well, the other day I got a text from Luke, actually last Sunday, that we no longer had a Bobcat cab. And well, I thought, you know, it may have been an electrical issue because we've never seen any cab power on. No, we quite literally do not have a cab anymore. Coleman and I are going to embark on a journey. Our first ever road trip to Georgia. Hopefully this will be the parts we need, I hope. As long as the battery don't die, it's in pretty rough shape. But the cab is there. It's not great, but it is there. Well, that's going to do it for this one, you guys. Appreciate you sticking around and watching all the way through. Realize that some of this may have been repetitive because it's, you know, stuff from previous videos. But, you know, God has blessed me in 2024. It's been a roller coaster year. We've had droughts, we've had floods. It's been a crazy year, and I'm hoping 25 will be better. But I hope you guys will stick around and watch us through 2025. We fully plan on keep making videos and keep farming here in God's country. Appreciate all y'all supporting us. If you want to meet us, we'll be going to a couple farm shows coming up fairly soon now. We've got probably going to 2 in February, one being the Southern Farm Show in Raleigh, North Carolina. I think that's the first week of February. And then we will also be going to Louisville, Kentucky to the National Farm Machinery Show. That show is usually around the second week of February. We're going to go hang out with the Griggses and whoever else we get to meet while we're there. So if any of y'all want to meet us, come hang out with us, hit me up. My email's down in the comments or in my description. And you know, come see us. Check us out on Facebook, Snapchat, all the other stuff. Appreciate all y'all do supporting us. Thank y'all. Have a good one. God bless. We'll see you in the next one.